Hello guys, this is Joe here, and thank you for watching. Because you obviously have to be watching, or else why are you here? Um, but so um, so, so- okay. So today we're doing another episode of Alternate View to the World, and later today or maybe even right a couple minutes or an hour, well, not an hour, but a couple minutes after this, I might post another video. But the 20 subscriber special is going to come out today or tomorrow, so just watch out for that. Also, thank you for getting to 20 subscribers, 25 to be exact, but I'm trying to get to um what's it called? Um 40. Sorry, I forgot the word. Sorry. Next time, also, I forgot to put the US in the Rio Pact. That, oh, it's gonna do this. Okay, well, I'll pause it when it's done committing the change. Also, I need to turn anti-aliasing off. It, it finally worked, but I need to erase that because I had the wrong thing on. Ugh. Now it should work. Yep. Also, one of you commented last time that I put the Falklands in the Rio Pact, so NATO, but I changed it so they're in NATO now. Now, let's get back to what was happening. This. Also, I forgot to say this, but the reason DR Congo did so well in Rwanda was they were getting funded by China, as China wanted to form a Chinese bloc alliance like the CSTO or NATO. But however, oh, no, it's the wrong thing. Um, Sudanese troops will pour through the Sudan and meet up with the DRC's border out Sudan, South Sudan, and they will also do the same with Ethiopia, as they need to take the Nile so that they can destroy Ethiopia's dam. They will, sorry, somebody, and they wanted to stop Ethiopia from damming the Nile, so because they think that that's gonna ruin their economy, but so they'll take Ethiopia's capital rather quickly, and Ethiopia will be forced to withdraw from. Whoa, why is the tolerance 50? Oh, and the hardness is only 75. Spacing is 15. Okay. Need to fix all of that. But however, they will retreat from Eritrea and allowing for that to fall. And this will lead to where Ethiopia actually built the dam finally falling, and the immediate unconstruction of it, destruction, begins. Ethiopia, seeing that there's no point anymore, surrenders, but the DRC continues fighting. But China sees that the DRC is going to lose, which is why they do this. They call in several of the, not them, several, Uganda is technically part of the MT23 thing with Rwanda, but they were able to influence Uganda to stop that, and they call in several African places to destroy um this place. So if these weren't expecting it, and even though some of these are weak, they're completely pushed out of here. But before anything can happen on the Libyan Egyptian front, they surrender, allowing for the Chinese to take control over basically this entire region. Now let's turn on anti-aliasing for the borders, just because it looks a little better. So mm, since nothing happened on the Libyan Egyptian front, nothing will change there. But here, Central African Republic, and how about, and it looks a little thick, 2.5. The Central African Republic, how about we just try 2? The Central African Republic, I suppose that's fine. Central African Republic will annex this piece of land. And the South Sudanese will get annexed by the Sudanese because they lost. Rwanda will get annexed by the DR Congo. And Ethiopia will annex Eritrea, even though Eritrea South Sudan will remain independent. And other than this little thing that the Central African Republic took, no other land losses for Egypt and Sudan will occur. But now Ethiopia has a coast, and they will annex. And finally, this. There. And all of this isn't war anymore. And we head over to the alliance map mode. We have some changes occurring. That is one. And the other one is a little bit more major. A Chinese bloc will be created as a third player in the world stage. Well, there are already more than three, but a third major alliance. And other countries that will join this would be North Korea, Myanmar, Pakistan, Afghanistan, surprisingly, and Libya, Tanzania, Uganda, South Sudan, DR Congo, and Ethiopia are kind of getting worried. So something will happen with the US. The US will declare that the Rio Pact is abolished and that NATO will be renamed the World Defense Organization, and anybody in the world can join as long as they aren't in any current conflict and they're democratic, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So the US will abolish the Rio Pact and all the Rio Pact nations will join in with NATO. And also some countries in Europe who didn't previously join begin joining, such as Bosnia as they finally end their civil war kind of thing. Austria, Ireland, and Moldova all join. So the new Syrian government opens relations with Kenya and Somalia join. Well, Somalia can't join, but they want to join because they're scared of this huge Chinese thing. Nigeria joins. Tunisia joins. Morocco tries to join, but Spain blocks them because that member didn't agree with it. And so, a new alliance will be formed, which is called the African Pact, which is a US-led organization to defend African nations. NATO, they can join this alliance between all the African ones and Morocco, as well as Italy, France, Germany, Britain, and America, and Canada, because they're totally African. So this will be for African nations if they don't want to fully join the WDO. So other nations that are considering joining are countries like Cameroon and Senegal and other places like that. Also, the Central African Republic, despite helping the Chinese supported forces during the East African War, don't join their pact, which will cause this to happen. The two Chinese bloc countries that border the Central African Republic will invade it. Because why not? Because they didn't join the Central African Republic, and so they need to be utterly destroyed. So they'll lose all their land very quickly. It's the DR Congo who's becoming stronger and stronger and is on the path to become the strongest nation in Africa. They don't annex any land in the peace treaty. It's allowed to be still independent, with all the land it gained still intact. Whoa. Okay. But it will get a new government and will join the Chinese Pact, which I'm going to call what should be called? Put your suggestions in the comments because I don't know what the Chinese block should be called. So, that's just what I'll call it. But now, some other countries are going to join the WDO. Those countries are Jamaica, Mexico. Kind of surprising. The US wasn't expecting that, but they let it happen. India, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and the Philippines, Taiwan, Hong Kong, South Korea, and Japan, and Australia and New Zealand. Also, the Gulf Shield Defense Forces integrated into NATO. Just kidding. Well, but Saudi Arabia, pretty major, well, the major Gulf Shield Defense Force one, will also join in to the WDO for protection from Iran if it happens that Iran will launch an attack on them. Now, also, Armenia is kind of scared over here. They are completely surrounded by unfriendly countries who are in an alliance, so they'll join them. And now, here. Bolivia gone, there are only three other countries here that could join an Eastern alliance. Venezuela, who will choose the Chinese one, because why not? Cuba will also choose the Chinese one, and Nicaragua. I mean, it's kind of Chinese center here in North America that could still easily be wiped out by. Now, fearing that China will get Suriname and Guyana too, both of them will have totally not NATO funded civil wars. Separate civil wars, obviously, because why would they be having the same rebel group? That would be weird. Okay, so, well, not technically weird. There's have been situations like that. So Guyana will have the purple rebel group pop up all around their country who want to have a more democratic government and join the WDO. And the same happens in Suriname, the rebel groups popping up all over the country. I think probably both these countries would have been happy to join WDO if the US had just asked, but nope, they're just gonna fund civil wars in them just to make sure they do. Guyana's goes quickly, with Georgetown quickly falling. If I remember that's correctly, that's the name of the capital. And soon it's just the Amazon rainforest left, and that yeah, falls to death. So, but the Suriname people, they more focus on going south first before taking the capital. So it doesn't end as quickly, but still fairly quickly as Paramaribo, I think is the name of that city. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, falls, and so does their government. These will be replaced, and on the Alliance map mode, they will go there. Now, a lot of the world is now aligned. The only unaligned place in the Americas is Belize. Europe only has the microstates and Switzerland and Serbia and Kosovo and Cyprus that are unaligned. Asia has some Central Asian places, some South Asian places, Laos and Mongolia, Malaysia, and Singapore. In Oceania has Brunei and Indonesia, plus all those Pacific places that I'm not going to list. And Africa has quite a few, but now that it's mostly the northern hemisphere that is aligned, but some southern hemisphere people getting aligned. Well, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed.